Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Luckiest Peach podcast. Woo! I'm your host, Rachel, the Lucky Peach. Woo! Welcome back. It's Spooky Month. Woo! 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 Can you tell I recorded 2 episodes on the same day because I'm wearing the same shirt? But oh well. Yes, we are here for the monthly review. I forgot what else I was gonna say. I had an idea of something funny I could say before I started recording, and then I forgot it. But that's okay. It's spooky time. So yes, this was not my first choice of a movie to review. I actually didn't have a first choice because all my options out of movies that released in September were not the greatest. But I was like, I should just go with a horror movie, and this is seemingly the only one that released last month. So we're gonna go with it. We're gonna review Malignant. Um, Raul is not joining us for this review for once because he refuses. Because he did not like this. I didn't either, but he refused. But we have another uh, person to welcome back who also likes shitty movies like I do. Please.
It's funny because I don't call them shitty.
I do.
I just like movies.
Literally one of my favorite movies is one of the worst movies on the planet.
Is it? Oh, shit. I don't even know what my favorite... Oh, no, well, they're not the worst. My favorite is John Wick, and they're pretty good, deep praise.
My favorite is Man in the Iron Mask, which I should probably review on the podcast at some point.
I didn't know
a commentary.
Is it that people think it's shitty, or is it just that it's badly made? Oh, okay.
It's like how nobody can do like King Arthur or like Greek myth movies, right?
Oh, okay. Like his, with
the
those
exception of
legends.
Green Knight. Like no one can ever do it right.
I'll probably rent that today. Green Knight.
What?
Green Knight, because I haven't seen it and I've been wanting to see it.
It's so good. I'm hoping A24 does like a special edition Blu-ray.
I feel like they might, because it was such a big movie that got put out.
The collection.
That'd be good.
It's artsy enough. I feel like it deserves it.
I've seen some clips and it's definitely like, holy shit. That's bad.
Yeah. But anyways, we're not here to talk about a good movie.
We're not.
I think this is the first like quote unquote bad movie that has been reviewed. I mean, like, I know I wasn't a big fan of Mortal Kombat, and there was a divide in our opinions on Army of the Dead, but like they were all relatively good. This was not.
Yeah, it could have been way better.
Yeah, so Malignant is the latest film from James Wan. It is an original story by him and some others. The film stars Annabelle Wallis as a woman who begins to have visions of people being murdered, only to realize the events are happening in real life. Yeah. I mean, that's a good way of putting it, I guess. I don't know. So I guess I'll just go into the plot.
Go for it.
So in 1993, Dr. Florence Weaver and her colleagues treat psychiatric patient Gabriel at a research hospital. Gabriel has special powers such as controlling electricity and broadcasting his thoughts via speakers. One night, Gabriel turns violent and kills several staff members of the institution. Yeah, and then she says, "You've been a bad, bad boy, Gabriel.
Time to cut out the cancer."
27 years later, Madison, a pregnant woman, returns home to her husband, Derek, who the actor who plays him is the guy from Percy Jackson. The son of Hermes, Hermes looking ass.
Yeah, the son of Hermes. Yeah, I was like, oh, we're gonna see him. No, we're not. He's gone.
Yeah. After her pregnancy caused her to feel ill at work. During an argument, Derek smashes Madison's head against a wall, after which she locks herself in the bedroom and falls asleep. Madison later wakes up to find Derek's body after having had a dream of a man entering their house and violently killing him. The killer, who is still in the house, attacks Madison, rendering her unconscious. Um, the next morning, Madison wakes up in a hospital and is informed by her sister Sydney that her unborn baby did not survive the attack. After being interviewed by police detective Kekoa Shaw and his partner Regina Moss, Madison returns home. There, Madison reveals to Sydney that she was adopted at 8 years old. That is the best scene in the whole movie. Soap opera vibes. The killer kidnaps a woman running a Seattle Underground tour. Madison has another vision, this time of the killer murdering Dr. Weaver. During their investigation, Shaw and Moss discover a photo of Madison as a child in Weaver's house and learn that Weaver specialized in child reconstructive surgery. Madison and her sister approach the police after Madison has another vision, this time of the killer murdering Dr. Fields. The killer contacts Madison and reveals himself to be Gabriel, Madison's childhood imaginary friend. She and her sister visit their mother, Jean, to learn more. Madison realizes that Gabriel was not her imaginary friend, but someone real to whom she spoke during her childhood. Shaw finds a link between the doctors and Madison, which leads him to discover Dr. Gregory's dead body. The detectives enlist the help of a psychiatric hypnotherapist, hoping to unlock Madison's memories. Madison recalls that her birth name is Emily May and that Gabriel wanted her to kill her unborn sister. She came close to doing it but was unable to stop herself. The police arrest Madison when the kidnapped woman falls from the attic in her home, revealing that Gabriel was living inside her house. The woman is Serena May, Madison's birth mother. Sydney visits the now abandoned hospital and finds that Gabriel is Emily's twin brother, who lives within her body as an extreme version of teratoma, sharing the same brain and spinal cord as Emily. Oh, gross. A photo of a real one just showed up.
Oh no.
During Emily's childhood, Gabriel appeared as a half-formed child facing out of Emily's back. Weaver operated on Emily to cut out the parasitic tumor, and sewed Gabriel back into her brain. He was dormant during her childhood, but woke up when Derek hit her head against the wall. Gabriel's face now emerges from the back of Madison's skull and operates her body backwards when he takes control, explaining the killer's unnatural movements and the upside-down fingerprints at his crime scenes. Gabriel, provoked by fellow inmates at the lockup, takes full control of Madison's body, slaughters them and almost the entire precinct with superhuman strength and agility, and eventually leaves. Sydney and Shaw intercept him at the hospital where Serena is recovering from her captivity. Shaw and Sydney are attacked by Gabriel. Sydney informs Madison that Gabriel is the cause of her miscarriages because he was feeding off of her fetuses. Angry at the revelation, Madison wakes up and takes back control of her body, transporting both herself and Gabriel back to a black mindscape. Madison looks at disbelieving Gabriel behind bars, saying that she is now the one in control and that Gabriel's powers are hers now. As Madison leaves Gabriel in the mindscape, he insists to her that he will return one day. Madison replies that she will be ready for him when he does and leaves the mindscape. Back in the hospital and in full control of her body, Madison lifts a hospital bed, pinning Sydney to the wall with her newly acquired strength. The pair hug. I almost said a hair pug. As Madison affirms that even though she was adopted and is not related by blood, she has been her sister all along and is proud to be so. As the two embrace, Serena looks on happily while the electric humming that accompanied Gabriel's attacks can be heard faintly. Yeah, so in words, it sounds like a better movie. But it's not. You're muted.
Yeah, it's because someone called me. And it's kind of important. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so in words, this movie sounds better than it actually is. Like, just reading it off, I'm like, oh, this sounds like a good concept. But having seen the movie, I know that it's not. So the opening sequence to me, when it's showing the doctor talking to Gabriel saying he's been a bad boy. Like, it felt like an alien movie. Like, I was fully convinced. Like, okay. Well, when I heard of this movie, I didn't watch any trailers, but I saw the poster and I was like, oh, this looks like another paranormal movie. That sounds like James Wan. But no, I saw the opening sequence and I was like, oh, this is an alien movie. It turns out it was not, in fact, an alien movie. I had a million fucking thoughts about what this movie might be that I have crossed out in my notes as I went through this movie because I realized it wasn't that. And I don't mean that in a good way. This is confusing in a bad way.
Yeah, it's a bit confusing. I'm not gonna lie. Because it's like it wasn't. I don't remember Blumhouse's stuff, and I got a knock at the door. I'll go in a minute if they knock again. Uh, dude, all right. This is the most interaction I've had from anyone calling and knocking on my door.
Good. At least it's on your end for once.
Yeah,
it's not happening on my side for once.
It's confusing in the fact that you don't really know what the hell is going on, and even when they explain it, yes, it does kind of fix little holes in the plot, but it doesn't fix a lot.
Yeah.
One thing I do have to mention, when you were reading it, I remember something. You know how the lady was stuck in the attic apparently?
Yeah.
Why was there a big ass fan like in the triangle wall? There's a fan that was rotating. Like, look,
Yeah,
why is that in a house?
like a warehouse fan.
Yeah, like a warehouse fan.
And
Like,
I get
why?
like to have that as like, oh, she's hidden in some warehouse, but why is it in the house?
Exactly. How big is the attic?
I didn't think about that until just now. What the fuck?
Dude, and
I did not think that one through.
Also, if she fell from the attic, is
She
the
should
living
have
room
broken something.
not only that, why is she falling on the first floor? If it's a 2-floor building, shouldn't she fall in the...
Because she fell by the stairs too.
Oh, did she? I thought it was in the living
did.
room. Because they got
Is
out
it
of
in
the
the
whole psychosis thing that they were doing. And then in the living room, they're like, okay, there's nothing here. We'll keep in contact. Don't leave the city.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it's like a fucking Jackass scene where she just falls in the living room. You know the Gibby scene from iCarly? I don't know if you've seen like a lot of iCarly, but I rewatched it lately. And there was a scene where Gibby dropped from the fucking roof, bounced, and then bounced. That's what it reminded me of. There's so much problems with this movie.
It just keeps getting
I'm gonna
worse.
go real quick.
Oh my god. Yeah, so I had a million thoughts, like, okay, that I have now crossed out in my notes. So I have, oh, it's an alien movie. And then I have The Omen, but it's cancer. And then I have, if I had a nickel for every time a bad movie trying to rip Rosemary's Baby released in 2021, I'd have 2 nickels, which is weird. Which is a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. The second movie I was referring to is False Positives. That's not a good movie either. And then I have, what do I have? What other notes up to her? Yeah, I have, does she have DID? I have, what does all this have to do with cancer? Then I have,
True.
is this bitch gonna end up being related to Gabriel? Then I have, is Gabriel an alter? Is he a spirit?
Yeah.
Then I have, she has DID for sure. And I say, Hollywood, stop adding more stigmas to DID, please. This is ableist as fuck. That's true. And I have, what in the Shutter Island meets The Shining. Yeah. Okay, that's the last one I have. But yeah, like I went through a million thoughts of what this movie might be, and none of them were correct, and not in a good way. Because in the end, it ended up being like the Sorcerer's Stone.
It's just fucking Voldemort in the back. Where is the turban? This is Gabriel right here.
Shit, it was Harry Potter as fuck. When he's like
the Trickster. It's called the Trickster. And that's what Gabriel reminded me of. It's the meme.
The first scene when he's like stabbing whoever in the bed before
Mm-hmm.
we know that it's her, and it
Yeah.
shows his face for a second. I was like, oh, his face looks like brains.
I saw the hair, so I was like, oh, it's got to be her somehow. Like the long hair, the figure. I'm like, somehow I'm putting two and two together. They got to be related or something, like like a messed up twin that had an accident or something.
Yeah, it's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to me, it felt like a 16-year-old theater kid wrote this, trying to be nostalgic about early 2000s horror action movies.
I haven't seen it.
But, like, also the scene where they're talking about her being adopted is, oh my god, it is the most soap opera thing. She's like, I have to tell you something. I'm adopted. She's like,
I don't even remember the movie. That's how like unfazed I was by it.
yeah, I don't. This is not good.
Yeah, it's so many. It was trying to do so much to bringing complicated storytelling, but that's not how you do it.
Yeah, and in the end, it was like a birth. What's it called? A birth
Defect.
defect, kind of
Mm-hmm.
combined with patient malpractice.
That too.
Um, yeah.
The yeah no.
My primary thought, though, that I had during
Mm-hmm.
this movie, it's more a gripe that I have with James Wan because this isn't the first time he's cast this person.
Mm-hmm.
He cast McKenna Grace as the younger version of Madison. And I'm like, she's a great actress, but why is she in everything? And why is James Wan casting her in everything? Because I looked her up. She's in her late teens.
Yeah.
She's like 15, 16.
Yeah,
And
it's
she's still
weird.
playing an 8-year-old. Like,
Yeah, was she was wait, was she thought of or was she actually playing the younger self?
she was actually playing
Okay,
the younger.
that's why because I was like that looks like McKenna Grace, but like
He
older.
casts her in everything. And I'm like, damn, is he going to keep casting her as young children when she's an adult?
She needs her breakthrough role by now. Like she's an amazing supporting actress
Like,
with
she's
a
already
child.
doing
Yeah,
great.
like just give her an auto like a good role, Juan.
It makes me wonder what if she has a contract with him or something.
Oh shit! I didn't even think of that. That could definitely happen.
I know for sure she's in the Conjuring movies as well, and some
Was
other
she?
stuff
Hold
that
up.
he's done.
I need to.
She's in the last two. She
Oh, okay.
wasn't in the first one. She plays the daughter.
Oh, that's
No,
right.
she's
That's right.
in
I remember her.
Annabelle or something.
Yeah, the comes home or something where it's dealing at the. Yeah, I remember now. I remember.
Yeah,
Those are more memorable than this one.
yeah, for sure. Because they were actually good.
They were actually good. Yeah.
Um, yeah. Also, the like theme song of the movie.
That reminded me so much of Resident Evil. I texted Raul immediately as it started playing. I'm like, dude, I think I might have accidentally started my Resident Evil Voodoo bundle where it's like I binge watch all 8.
To me, it was like you wouldn't steal a car, you wouldn't steal a TV. Piracy is stealing. That's what that song sounded like to me.
You just brought me back to fucking early.
It just confirmed more of my like somebody trying too hard to feel nostalgic about the early 2000s movies.
Now that you mentioned that, I can see what you mean.
Yeah.
I will give it its props though. Like the positives that I got was how he was built and how they switched the arms out. Like that was cool.
That was cool.
It was gruesome, but
it
like it was
definitely
cool.
kind of had more of a like, oh, it makes sense how he would move.
Yeah, definitely. Like it's still obscure, but like it kind of works. Because I mean, We could technically break our fucking elbows to make it like that, but whether or not we would fucking knock ourselves out from the pain, that's another question. But since she's already knocked out, like,
Can't even do it.
yeah, we can't. Like, ugh. That's fucking wild. And then the skull cracked open, whatever the surgery, and then they closed it up. I don't think skulls work like that, but that was kind
They
of cool.
don't.
He-
I've
they,
seen.
uh, they just
This is
haven't.
gonna be real morbid.
Mhm.
I've seen the JFK photos. That's not how a skull works.
They actually have photos of him, like after.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, before, well, like during and after.
during it, I've seen a
There's
couple.
autopsy
During,
photos.
oh, I might look into that.
Yeah, and then there's video footage of it, and then there's actual photos of it happening.
I forget there was a video back then. Shitty video,
Yeah.
but video nonetheless.
There's a really bad movie about it called Parkland, about the guy who caught it on video.
Oh, I think I heard of it. Probably from
It's
a
not
history professor or some shit.
It has Paul Giamatti in it, though.
Paul Giamatti. Why do I recognize that name? Let's
You
see.
know who Paul Giamatti is. You know who he is.
Is that American Prince Williams? That's American Prince Williams. Or Italian Prince Williams.
Don't
Giamatti.
do Paul Giamatti like that.
Dude, he could actually play him.
He's cool, though.
Is he cool? Okay.
He's cool. I think. No, that's David Cross. I don't know. I'm just mixing up all.
Oh, Paul. Okay, Big Fat Liar. I remember him now.
Yeah, Paul Giamatti.
Okay. I thought that was the when I was rewatching it one time. I thought that was the guy from fucking Alvin and the Chipmunks.
That's David Cross.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just thought that why is Alvin the guy from why is fucking whatever his name in this one? But
My favorite note I have written down about this movie is this house is on crack, boy.
He might have been. Gabriel might have been because the moves he put out in the police station.
Well, I wrote it early on, so this is before we knew it was Gabriel.
Oh, okay.
Like when the husband gets murdered, and you're just like, what the hell is going on with the house?
I'm not like before we even knew who Gabriel was, but I'm not against what happened to the husband because that shit.
He deserved it.
Yeah, he deserved it. Like the head, it broke the fucking.
Bro, it cracked her skull.
It cracked.
Brought her teratoma out.
Motherfucker broke the wall with the force. Like,
No. Fucked her whole life up.
Is he always casted as a villain? Because in Supernatural, he was casted as the body of I think Michael, which he was technically a bad guy in the series. This is like way in like season 6.
This is only the second. Well, like I mean, he's also in the second Percy Jackson movie, but
yeah.
Aside from Percy Jackson, this is only the second thing I've seen him in.
Oh yeah. This is the 4th for me. That's wild.
Why is he Jake Abel? Oh my god, his photo is in the fedora on Percy Jackson on Wikipedia. Gross.
He's
in the Lovely Bones.
Was he? Oh shit.
I don't plan on watching that movie again because
I need to rewatch it.
Right.
I need to rewatch it just because. Yeah, just because it feels. Because when I first watched it, it was in school on 1, 2, 3 movies, and it was blurry as hell.
That's how I watched. I have like a very good memory of me watching The Island on 1, 2, 3 movies in middle school.
But I Am Number 4. He's in that one. Wow.
So.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
This ain't about him.
The budget was $40 million, and
that's a lot.
It's kind of we're still in that tricky space because HBO Max, Warner Brothers is releasing things on HBO Max and in theaters at the same time. Mm-hmm. So its box office is only 29.7 But considering that
It's
it was
more
a
than
split
20%.
release, considering it was a split release, that's really good.
Yeah. I
That's
mean,
really
like the key to like just releasing anything would be getting, I think, 20% of it, and that's almost basically 3/4 of it back. So it's not bad for them. It's still a lot of like budget going into. I feel like
yeah.
majority of the budget went into the actual editing when she's having the visions. Like that was incredible. I
The
fucking
CGI
love
was
that.
great,
Yeah, the
except for
CGI was
that
great.
final fight scene is
Oh no.
entertaining AF. They also used the Harry Potter CGI.
Oh, did they?
Quidditch. It looked like the Quidditch CGI from the first movie when they look
I
like
want to go back now.
floppy.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah.
But it's still really entertaining, like the final act.
Yeah. They went all out for that one. They pulled a Nolan. Let's just destroy everything in this set. I imagine it was a set because it looked like a set.
Yeah.
But it was entertaining as hell.
Yeah.
It's the only plus
Raul
side.
said he thinks this is James Wan just seeing how much fun he can have in between before he has to start the next Aquaman movie. But like, I don't know.
I don't know. Has it started shooting?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it might have been.
I
That
don't
might have
care.
actually been the case. Yeah,
I
it's
don't care
for
because
that.
they haven't fired what's her name and she who shall
Oh
not be
yeah,
named.
Voldemort's wife.
So on Rotten Tomatoes, it has 76%.
Mm-hmm.
That's higher than I would have thought.
Yeah, it's more than passing.
Yeah, it says although Malignant isn't particularly scary, director James Wan's return to horror contains plenty of gory thrills and a memorably bonkers twist.
So are they just giving it because it's James Wan? That sounded like it was just
Yeah,
because
that's what it seems like. But James Wan seems like one of those people who makes horror movies for money instead of actually trying to make a good horror movie.
I think since like he left his project of Saw, that's when he went for money, which is fine. Like I get it. I get filmmakers that go for money.
I've heard people compare it to like J.J. Abrams and that like he'll start something but he won't finish it. In terms of like a series, because he didn't direct most of the Conjuring movies either.
No, he didn't. I
So it's
remember
like he
seeing him
started
the
Saw, he
directors.
left it. He started The Conjuring, he left it.
Yeah. As soon as he like a major company came in to try and buy it, that's when he just
I think that's a yikes.
Which I get it. I hope he finds
Stand
like
behind your thing that he started.
yeah. Unless he only planned to do like what I think he only directed the first two Saws and then booked because like it was a big change from normal horror, and then he sold it to I forgot who it was, the thing with the gears. But I mean, I would too. Not gonna lie, like if I only projected my movies to be like 2 or 3, but then someone offered to make more, but I didn't have to do any work, and like I already completed my love. I kind of low key finished it, but left it off to like it's still extending. I would be fine with it. But like if it's actually a passion project, then yeah, no. Like I get hurt over losing projects that I started creating, but I like got kicked out, and that still hurts me today. It's like losing a child. That's like the end of Florida project. Like that's how much I compare. That's how much I compare my projects because they're like my kids. I
Not
love
the
them.
Florida Project.
I love that movie. I'm so grateful you
I
guys
do
showed it
too,
to
but
me.
that's the last comparison I expected.
It's because that's
pictured
how
when
I
you said
feel.
I know.
That's
All
how
I
I
pictured when you
feel.
said it was her running into Disney World.
Oh, not the Disney World.
Shot on an iPhone.
Yeah, shout out to it. Shot on iPhone. Why wasn't that an iPhone commercial?
I mean, honestly,
That would have
Shot
been
on
hilarious.
iPhone by Sean B.
Exactly. Oh god, that's
It was a fun time. We watched that. Yeah, we did.
I think we watched it on Discord or either a
No,
commentary.
we watched it together. We watched it at Raul's house.
Did we?
I think it was after we watched Unfriended.
We might have watched it at Raul's house. I don't remember.
I think we did.
No, I have to text him.
I don't know.
He has a better memory.
because I know we made fun of Unfriended. Anyways, speaking of bad horror movies, so Andrew Barker of Variety said it's hard to say whether a film is bonkers. Oh, a film this bonkers works or not, but it's impossible not to admire both the craft and extravagant bad taste behind its ghost protagonist. I do respect that. It went all out. Like they didn't really hesitate. They're like, yeah, this doesn't make any sense, but we're gonna put it all in there.
Yeah. You
You
gotta see it through, my boy.
Yeah. I can respect the commitment to the WTF.
Yeah. There's so much WTF, Jesus.
I have a quote written down that says cock knockers, and I still don't know what that means.
What the fuck?
Apparently it's from the movie.
Is it? Oh no. I feel like it was the cops. Oh, that's okay. The one plus side. The cop. I'm not saying plural because my favorite was the lead officer or detective investigating. I forgot his name, but he was great. Like I feel I said this in Raul's review, but I feel like he was the only one giving it his all, while everyone else was giving him 50% of their acting.
I did like the other cop. I mean, I noticed she was more cast in like the stereotypical like black woman playing a cop for comic relief vibes.
Definitely.
But she was cool.
Yeah.
She seemed like a cool person.
Oh, and the forensic detective, I don't know if you've seen Lucifer, but for those that are listening, that forensic detective was completely, I 100% believe they ripped off Ella Lopez from Lucifer series on Netflix because it was uncanny. Like, let's just cast another. I think she was Latina. I'm not sure. She could be a white passing Latina, which is fine. She's still Latina. But the point is that type of character, like the characteristics and mannerisms, 100% spot on. Like if I were to edit a video of Ella Lopez from Lucifer and her, it would be basically the same. And I know you watched like just the first episode of Lucifer, but like for those that are listening, you've seen a couple. Okay, but like it's just.
What was her name?
Lucifer, Ella Lopez, and hers. Let's see.
Oh, it is based on the DC comic.
Wait, what?
Lucifer.
Oh yeah, the variant. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I know about Annabelle Wallace because she was in Annabelle. And the main thing I know about her is that I don't know if they're still together. Yeah, she's with Chris Pine. That's the main thing I know about her.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I have never seen anything she was in until Annabelle, which she was very okay in. I can't even think of like a good horror movie that's like this to recommend because like you don't see stuff like this.
You really don't.
Because throughout the movie, and like, so it is pretty original, but throughout the movie it has that, like I said earlier, like when it opened, I thought it was aliens, and then I thought it was cancer, and then I thought it was like a Rosemary's Baby, or like The Omen, and then I thought it was like DID, and then I got mad if it had been, I would have been very upset if it had been DID.
Oh yeah, it would have. Yeah, it's representation and stuff.
Yeah, it's like I like Anya Taylor-Joy, but I don't plan on. I don't want to watch Split because of that.
Mm-hmm. I've talked to a few people about that specific movie, and they're like, "That's not completely how it works," and it's like,
the only like I like researching it. So like the only piece of media I've seen so far that does a really good job is United States of Terror. Because Tony Collette just She just
We love Tony Collette.
when she transitions, it's like it's so like it's what you would see in a video of an actual patient transitioning.
I feel like even though the actual for Split at least how it was portrayed by the ID, it was wrong. But like what's his name? I forgot his real name. Jesus, why? He's a good actor. I like him.
James
I'm just
McAvoy.
James. Yeah, I feel like when McAvoy was like switching between characters due to like the stress and what it needed, that's the one thing that I've heard people talk where it's kind of accurate in the sense that when they feel danger, that persona that protects them
Yeah.
from that danger will come out. So I was like, he does a good job at switching between those two. So that's like the only plus of that movie.
Also, to go off topic again, as per usual, I just
Yeah.
learned today is Google's 23rd birthday.
Damn, that's
Um,
crazy.
so I just learned I'm older than Google.
Shit.
I didn't think I was.
What?
Anyways, happy birthday, Google. At
Happy
the time
birthday,
that we're
Google.
recording this on September 27th. Happy birthday, Google.
Happy birthday. Give us some money. Allow us put
Happy
us in the
birthday,
top page of the
Google.
Google
Please,
searches.
please, please go back to the old ways of monetization on YouTube.
Oh, for sure.
Please bring
Please,
back the
Google.
good days of YouTube back in like 2010 when it was great.
God, yeah, that was great. Memories,
Before
memories.
before before certain unmentionable brothers ruined it for small creators.
Oh, you're not wrong.
It's true, they fucked up and somehow we got the hit.
Yeah, no, they really did fuck up.
I when I first joined YouTube in 2010, I was able to monetize my videos no matter how many subscribers I had, and now I can no longer do that.
That was a possibility to monetize before even
Back
subscribers.
then, yeah,
What? Fuck.
and now you have to have 1,000.
Oh yeah. And the algorithm. Fix the algorithm too, Google. What the fuck?
YouTube, please give us back control.
Give us back control.
Well, happy birthday, I guess. Anyways,
It's such a chaotic episode.
say it can't get any worse than the art of self-defense episode.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I was there for it. I got so into the movie though that I hate it. Like to have, like, I stay quiet while you guys were talking, and I was just.
1/3 of us actually watched the movie.
It was.
It was a good time. I don't know. Do you have any other thoughts?
I think I figured out why you put cuckold or whatever you put. The author's name is Cacao or Cacao.
Real cock knockers.
Oh, cock knockers. Yeah,
I think somebody said it in the movie, but I can't. I don't know if it's related to the fact that the sister and the cop kept hitting on each other.
I don't know. There's a cock.
Cop.
Oh, cop. I'm like, what?
The quote is cock knockers, but like I think this is most the cliche thing about this movie is the sister and the main cop instantly started flirting with each other.
They're flirting. Yeah, I feel like that doesn't happen often.
Instantly.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, do we really have to do this?
Do you think it was the type of white person to put Blue Lives Matter on their wing shirt? Is that might be the reason?
That's another thing. Can we take cops out of horror movies? Please.
I
Only
get
use
it.
them when they're necessary, but can we stop
Yeah.
making them supporting characters?
Like they, I feel like majority of them will automatically dismiss it as just a closed case because like they're not gonna deal with paranormal. They're not gonna continue.
I feel like realistically, she still should have been locked up.
Yeah.
Because like the law is not gonna care. Like, to be honest, judges and cops are ableist. Like that's they are definitely ableist. So
If
they're
they
not
do
gonna be
get it,
like
yeah.
So, like, realistically speaking, unfortunately, a judge would have been like, but it's still your body. You technically still committed these murders, even if you weren't aware.
And even
Because
if you did get
they do the
arrested.
same thing to
Yeah.
people with like mental illnesses.
Yeah.
So realistically, she either would have been incarcerated or institutionalized.
Mercifulness, institutionalized, worse, prison. She's still gonna be behind a cell. Has to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
This movie's not that great. Give it
There's a
3 out
lot
of
of
10.
holes. No,
They're
we do
really.
5.
Oh, we do 5.
We
Bro,
do
that's why.
peaches.
That's why I went with a 5 last time I went on Rose, because he does 10, and I got confused. I always thought he did
Yeah, I
5.
always get confused when I go there because I'm used to like Letterboxd and stuff.
Yeah,
Thinking out of 5, and I do out of 5 on here. I don't know what their problem is.
I'll give it a 2 just because. I'll give it a 2 just because it was in certain scenes were entertaining enough. I love the CGI. The actor that played the lead detective was pretty good in his line delivery, and the gore, like the I don't know if it was CGI. I feel like some scenes were actual practical, but like that practicalness of the Gabriel's little hands. They cut off his fucking limbs.
They took his arms.
They took my arms, Maurice.
Holy shit.
Holy shit. Fuck. Yeah, so with that, 2 out of 5.
I gave it 2.5 out of 5 peaches.
Mm.
Yeah, it was entertaining. The final act is entertaining as well.
Yeah, definitely.
It's really just like.
Oh, for my anime fans, this was definitely some Tsukuyomi shit at the end. My man's had the
Yeah,
Sharingan.
the weapon is pretty cool too. He like makes a
Oh,
knife out of a like
the
trophy
trophy. That shit
for
was
the
badass.
like I don't
Yeah.
know what that's called, the thing with the snakes that like
Um.
you see on ambulances.
Yeah. It was like based. I think it was based on Greek as well. It was used as a
Yeah,
medical.
it's a
I
thing
forgot
from
the name of it.
it's our thing Hermes.
Was
I'm
it
used to
Hermes?
it's Hermes.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking of the fashion thing because they call it Hermes. No, it's Hermes.
But
Um,
yeah.
not me making fun of rich people. I
I mean, that's we're good. Give us some money and we'll stop.
legit. Um, yeah. So yeah, the the reveal was pretty cool, though. Not gonna lie,
Mm-hmm.
when she like,
That show was nasty.
yeah, and the final act is dope, but the first and second acts aren't really worth the wait.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's why it's like we gave it a 2 because of the final act.
Legit, it's the only reason it gets anything is because of the
Yeah,
final act.
exactly.
Anything else?
Nah, I basically covered all mine.
Yeah,
This is yeah, no.
I promise next month's review will be better. A
Venom
better
2 would
movie.
definitely be better than this shit. I'm not gonna lie.
We'll see about that.
I definitely will. I don't know if you'll go see it, but I know I will.
I'm gonna watch it out of
Oh, you
curiosity.
are?
But I
Okay,
don't think it's
okay.
gonna be good.
It's gonna be better than this. That's what I said.
That's true, maybe. Yeah. Luis, where can people find you?
They can check out my podcast at It'll Quiet Down on Spotify, Apple, anywhere you find it, as well as checking out my website at luxurstudios.com, where you can see everything, film, podcast, whatever. Yeah.
Yay, he finally has plugs.
I finally do. Yeah.
Anyways, where the fuck is my mouse? Oh. Thank you, Luis, for being here. Thank you to my patrons at patreon.com/Luckiest Peach, Luis, Gio, Abby, and Brad. Hashtag invite Brad. He will be back next week. I think so. I hope so. Yeah, I will. You can find me everywhere at Lucky Peach, LVCKY Peach. If you go to any of my socials, you can find a link tree that takes you to my Twitter, my Instagram, my TikTok, my Letterboxd, the Discord associated with the podcast, also the podcast, my YouTube, my Twitch, which I don't really use anymore. Yeah, you can also catch me on the Nerdcore a lot, and I hopefully will have an update on the stickers by the next episode. Hopefully, I think so. We're still working on the designs. And for those of you on Patreon, at patreon.com/Luckiest Peach, let's see, this week's episode of Ingmar Bergman's Cinema is going to be Port of Call. So you can catch that on Friday. Yeah, I will see you guys next week. And stay peachy.